National headlines. Another person shot and killed by a federal agent in Minneapolis has been identified as Alex Preddy. But what witness video shows stands in contrast with the narrative from DHS. Witness video shows the suspect in the street filming agents when Alex Preddy and another person were hit with pepper spray. Preddy and the other person went to the ground where agents surrounded Preddy and jumped on top of him. At least one officer hit him with multiple blows. Video from one angle appears to show an agent take Preddy's handgun before any shots were fired, but that has not been confirmed. An agent fires what sounds like 10 shots in rapid succession as Preddy's on the ground. Here's how the state and DHS see it differently.
During this operation, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The agents attempted to disarm the individual, but he violently resisted. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, a Border Patrol agent fired defensive shots.
I just saw a video of more than 6 masked agents pummeling one of our constituents and shooting him to death.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz insists the state will investigate, but DHS officials are reportedly blocking state investigators from the scene despite providing a warrant.
And now your News 13 Skywatch weather.
Things are beginning to pick up in terms of the precipitation. We have some areas that are already seeing pretty heavy sleet. Others are getting rain and freezing rain. Take a look down here in Silva with our Hunter Subaru Skycam network. It's 33 degrees. You can see the awnings have some precipitation stuck to them, and the street is definitely showing signs of more sleet, maybe some snow mixed in, but there it is, 33 degrees. And here comes a car right now down Main Street, very slowly, obviously, but it looks like more sleet happening there. It's 32 in Brevard, not much happening there. Bryson City, the temperature is above freezing. Look at this, all rain so far, and we're hoping that's going to be the case for you down there. You might miss out big time on some of the ice. Waynesville, though, ooh, this is not good. It doesn't look like sleet. It's kind of that clear, slick look, and it's 29 degrees. So whatever's happening there, it's probably freezing rain or freezing drizzle. Take a look at what is happening here with our radar. Purple is sleet, blue is snow, you don't see much of that, and freezing rain pink, obviously rain green. Watch that area west. It's all that heavier moisture coming our way in the next couple of hours, and then overnight we could have a lot of ice accumulating. Look at this area here. This is a dry slot. What that means is that's drier air punching in, and we hope we'll get that at some point. It will start to cut off the precipitation if it can come in here by morning. That might be the case around morning. We'll see a lull in the action, and then it'll pick back up in the afternoon. There's 6 o'clock this evening. Notice some sleet here. Pink is the freezing rain. Waynesville, Cullowhee, Cashers, you're stuck in the freezing rain. And we got sleet going on here for hours, maybe in some cases farther east of Asheville. But then overnight, the pink starts to take over. This is our biggest concern. Freezing rain reaching well south of I-85. Freezing rain well north of Asheville into Yancey, Mitchell County. More freezing rain going on into the early part of the day, hoping for a dry slot, but this model says not much of it unless you're down here over the upstate. Still freezing rain beyond 10 o'clock in the morning. There's lunchtime, still freezing rain east. More rain happening though west, and as the storm wraps up sometime after 5 o'clock, things are going to look a little better for us. We'll start to see this moisture move out. Temperatures will climb into the upper 30s and low 40s, so we'll see a big improvement. And then beyond that, some cold air starts to move in. So it is sleet and then eventually freezing rain. These numbers are going up. We're talking 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, and it is definitely going to be a problem when we see those kinds of numbers. We're talking big issues. Once you get above 1/4 inch of ice, you're talking destructive possibilities. You're talking crippling when you get above 1/2 inch of ice accretion on lines, on branches. We'll have major tree damage, and power outages will be big. All right, let's talk about what's going on beyond the storm.
All right, we are looking at some majorly cold air moving in behind this storm. So unfortunately, any moisture is going to refreeze or stay frozen for a while. This is going to be a period of time this week where you're going to want to cover all exposed skin. The top red line here is the actual air temperature, but look at the wind chill. It will be very windy and very cold in the coming days with Arctic air moving in. And look at that wind chill on Tuesday morning, feeling like 9 below zero, and that's Asheville. That doesn't even account for the higher elevations. So wind chills tomorrow morning, feeling like 16 degrees in Asheville, and that is when that wintry mix is still going to be going on. Monday morning, the moisture's out of here, but look how cold it is. 6 degrees in Asheville, and then we look ahead to Tuesday morning, and this is when we have those wind chills below zero. So of course, with that threat of so many folks losing power out of all of this, this is not the time you want to be without power. Unfortunately, we are looking at dangerous cold, and of course we have our weather-worn days on through Tuesday, not only for the wintry mix and the ice, but also for that Arctic cold. Monday, we see our high stays below freezing. Tuesday, our high 40, but look at that morning low. And even Wednesday, we barely go above freezing. And then we have another cold front move in. And on Thursday, that is going to be a bitterly cold day as well. And of course, it's not only the mountains, but the upstate dealing with all of this too, with that bitterly cold air moving in tomorrow night behind all that wintry mix.
The Sports Desk, sponsored by Harry's on the Hill.
Greetings, I'm Marvin Parker Jr. It's cold outside, but the heat was present in Clemson on Friday. There's plenty of basketball to follow, but the gist of this is Luke Ferrelli, ACC Defensive Rookie of the Year. He transfers to Clemson on campus, taking classes. Ole Miss's Pete Golding hits him with hey, what are they paying you? We'll pay you more. So Ferrelli dips. That's what Dabo's saying, at least.
We turned everything in to the NCAA. And I'm just going to just say this. This is like there's tampering and then there's blatant tampering. You know, tampering 101 is when you're talking to kids who aren't in the portal. Tampering 201 is when you've already negotiated the deal with the kids not in the portal. Tampering 301 is when you got a kid who's gone in the portal, signed somewhere, moved there, gone to classes, and you're texting them while they're in class. That's like a whole nother level of tampering. And it's total hypocrisy.
More on this later. Off to the Ramsey Center. Catamount men's basketball hosting VMI. First moments of the game tied at 13s all around court. Stansberry gets the feed, flying down the lane for the flush to put Western up a bucket. Few minutes later, Cats up 5. Justin Johnson, he's all alone. Corner 3, Western up 8 under 6 minutes left in the first. Cats up 2. Marcus Kell weaves his way to the bucket. That's good for a freebie at the end to make it 33-28. Cats win 88-58. Recapping the earlier matchup, Western women's hosting Chattanooga pick it up in the second quarter. Western down 32-17. That's Ari Dizon for the tray, her only 3 of the game. She'd finished with 8 points and 6 boards. To the first minutes of the fourth, Cats down 10. Taj Hunter gets the swipe and sees Allie Holyfield down the court. She gets the finish to make it 8-point game. Team high 15 points, 8 boards for Allie late in the quarter. Mocs up 8. Izzy McPherson with the inside jumper to make it 57-47. Mocs. Chattanooga wins 61-52.
I was proud of just our fight today for 40 minutes. You take those first 3 minutes out and activity, moving the basketball, how we moved in the zone to take things away. You look at how can you be better than you were on Thursday. Even the third quarter that you and I talked about last week, on Thursday. We don't shoot it well in the third, but it's 10-9. It's a rock fight, right? And that's with conference games. Sometimes you've got to be able to just stay in that rock fight.
More from the heat of Dabo Swinney. Highlights from our Triangle teams later tonight as well. Stay up and stay cool.
All right, one more check on our forecast with our dual team of meteorologists. Guys, what are we looking at in terms of timing?
Yeah, Mark, we're checking out some of the Facebook posts that I'm getting, and we're seeing sleet in a lot of cases. Yes, and that's a good thing, but some freezing rain around Waynesville, Cherokee. So that's going to be our problem.
Yeah, we already saw that camera shot of what looked like an icy road in Waynesville. So hopefully you're at home safe and warm tonight and beyond. Of course, we have that Arctic air moving in behind all of this too.
Yeah, so if you lose power, and it could be for days in some cases, we're talking brutally cold temperatures. We're down into the single digits Monday night into Tuesday morning, and we'll stay cold pretty much next week. So hopefully power can get restored. At least the sun is back, and we will see some melting. That's good news.
Yeah, that 40-degree high on Tuesday looks pretty good.
All right, thanks, guys, and thank you for watching. That is it for News 13 at 6. We hope to see you back here tonight at 10 and 11. Stay safe. Have a good night.
And we will continue with more coverage coming up after the break.
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
An operation to capture ISIS fighters.